Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Avery. I talk about all things conscious and respectful parenting, Montessori, lifestyle, you name it. I am a mom of two. I have a 3.5-year-old little boy named Iris and a 1.5-year-old girl named Isla, and I am currently almost 38 weeks pregnant with our third baby. So, cut me a little slack because your girl has been getting really out of breath lately. Baby has dropped, but I am like still really out of breath when I talk. So bear with me here. Today we're going to be talking about how I am prepping for birth, labor, postpartum, all of the good stuff. So before I get into it, I do want to preface by saying that I am a birth and postpartum doula. So some of the ways that I am prepping, I might have a little bit more, I guess, of like an in-depth way of looking at like birth and postpartum. So I might, yeah, that's my background there, as well as having two previous babies. So there's that. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Number one is a yoga ball. So if you saw my last vlog, you saw that I underestimated the size of the first yoga ball that I bought, and now my kids just play with it. So we went and bought another yoga ball. This one I believe is 75 centimeters. So the first one we bought was like 62, which was really small. This one is 75, I believe, which is the perfect height. Perfect. I used a birthing ball with my first and my second pregnancies. I actually was on my birthing ball when my water broke with my second baby. So with my daughter, my water broke like on the ball while I was at home. Just a few ways that I use it. I've been bouncing on our birthing ball. I do this kind of like figure eight thing, like with my hips, like making a figure eight, with that as well. And then I kind of do this forward and back, almost like of a rocking of like a boat type motion. And that's just kind of to help get baby to engage a little bit, to really sink into the pelvic bone, just really get in like in an ideal position to kind of help make labor go a little bit easier. Girls having to take some deep breaths here. All right. Number two. So I haven't started this one yet. I will be 38 weeks on Thursday. It is currently Monday while I'm filming this. I will be 38 weeks by the time this is up, so I will have started this by then. But I will be starting evening Primrose Oil. I did this with my daughter. So my last birth, I started evening Primrose Oil around 38 weeks, and I just took them by mouth. So you can take the gel capsules either by mouth, or you can do like a suppository. I prefer to just take them by mouth. So you can take them once or twice a day. I did once a day with my second pregnancy. That just helps to soften up the cervix and kind of get everything like prepped and ready to go down there. So number three is affirmations, and this is more so for me to just get in like a right mental headspace for birth. I do plan on doing like an in-depth, I guess, birth story of like my first and my second. I did do an interview with Aaron on the ONAS podcast. I'll try to find the link and link that in the description box so you can hear that. It just kind of goes through like my first and my second birth, labor, how all of that went. My first birth, initially I didn't think it was like a traumatic birth, but after kind of like processing everything the first 6 months, a lot had happened that I didn't want to happen. There was a lot of non-consent going on as far as my OB. So yeah, which is one reason that caused me to become a doula and to switch to a birthing center with my second baby. So I will be birthing at a birthing center, not a hospital. I'll be having a midwife, not an OB. and that just is for my own preferences. I have been kind of just going through some birth affirmations and kind of getting myself in the right mental headspace for birth. A lot of it is just really in your head. And I noticed that with my first and my second birth. I definitely noticed the difference. Understanding my body a lot more, understanding birth a lot more, definitely put me in a better mind space to be able to birth naturally like I wanted to. I am capable of birthing on my own terms. Contractions are necessary and not painful. Those are just a couple of them. I can do this. This is what my body is meant to do. This is what is happening. And it's a nice reminder when you're in birth just to kind of know, like, this pain is temporary. The love for my baby will last forever. So number 4 is a doula. I have a doula, and that is just one way that I am prepping for my birth. She will mainly be there for my birth. I don't know exactly how I'm going to, I guess, navigate postpartum with her yet. But me and my husband have kind of talked about and dabbled into the idea of having a postpartum doula. I did not have a postpartum doula with any of my other postpartum periods. I did have a birth doula with my last birth. She was incredible. I definitely think my doula played a huge key component into just supporting me, not only just like physically, but emotionally as well during my birth with my daughter, and was a really big support system for my husband as well. So a doula is definitely a good support for the birthing person, but for any significant other or birth support person that's going to be there with the laboring person as well. Number 5 is perineal massage. So the perineum is that little bit of skin tissue area between your vaginal opening and your butt. I will be doing perineal massage starting on Thursday, probably a little bit sooner, just to kind of help the tissue, you know, get a little bit more flexible and stretch. I did this with both of my babies last time, and it worked. I mean, both of my babies kind of just slid right on out. My second baby, she pretty much just slid right on out as well. I didn't have to push too long, which was great. I didn't have any tearing. I didn't have nothing going on. So perineal massage is really great for that, just to kind of help the tissue stretch and be able to accommodate baby. So the next couple of prep things that I've been doing are mainly for postpartum, and number 6 is meal prepping. I have been making several different meals every so often and then just sticking them in the freezer. I have some beef and broccoli teriyaki going on. I have some pancake mix that I put in some ice cube trays and froze, so that way I can get my kids, my older kiddos, some breakfast easily postpartum and not have to worry and stress about that. We've got a couple different pastas and chickens and just mainly dinners going, just so that me and my husband don't really have to worry too much about that as well. Number 7 has been decluttering my home. I have spent the last almost 4 months decluttering everything from my home. We are quite minimalist when it comes to our living. We don't like to accumulate a lot of stuff. We don't like to, you know, just pick up and buy things that we just like randomly. We are quite intentional about what we bring into our home and into our space, especially with having little ones. I've been going through like all of our closets, all of clothes specifically is like the main thing. It's just really like narrowing down what clothes fit everyone, what clothes, you know, are going to be worn the next couple seasons. Have they been worn the last couple seasons? If not, get rid of them. Any of the kids' toys that they just don't use anymore, just don't fit their needs, things like that, just little things that we haven't been using. I just don't want to bring another person into this home with their things as well, which we've been very, very minimal with getting things for this baby. But I just didn't want to bring another person and their belongings into this home without creating space for it. So we've been very intentional about that as well. The next is sibling bags. So my sister is going to be watching our kids when I go into labor. I am prepping some bags, boxes, whatever for my kids, just to have everything they need. And that My sister will be in our home, so we won't be dropping our kids off anywhere. We didn't want to have the hassle of having to drive anywhere while I'm in labor. Yeah, their bag and boxes will have all of their PJs, any nighttime diapers for my daughter, changes of clothes that they might need. Our son does do an online Montessori school from home. It's literally like 30 minutes a day. So it's not anything, extensive like that. But just anything that he's been working on lately that he might want to continue, just to make it easier for her to not have to search through everything, although she does know where everything is. But we will have a birthing box, I guess, for our kiddos. I'm planning on putting in some treats or just little goodies to kind of help them welcome this baby into the home, because I do realize that with little ones, they are excited, yes, about a new baby, but it's also someone new coming into their space as well. And I want them to feel comfortable too. So yeah. Number 9 is postpartum mental health resources. So at my last midwife appointment, I actually talked to my midwife about some resources that I might be able to go ahead and gather now to kind of prep for postpartum. So a little bit of a backstory. With my son, my first baby, I did have postpartum depression, and my second baby, I had postpartum anxiety. So my postpartum mental health experiences were very different, but I did have some struggles, some challenges there. I have already kind of noticed some things that might be a red flag for me this time that I kind of want to just nip in the bud. I didn't get on any medication for anything with the last 2 babies, and I'm really not wanting to this time as well. If need be, then I will go that route if I absolutely have to, but I have been looking at different resources and just kind of talking with my midwife to just kind of establish everything that might happen, could potentially happen, things that I might need to look out for. And she's well aware of everything that I've been through in the past, so she knows as well. So we've just been gathering those resources, getting our ducks in a row, just kind of preparing for whatever might come our way. I do really want to add that postpartum mental health is not to be played with. It's very important. Please don't take it lightly. If you are suffering from mental health issues postpartum, please get help. There's postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, postpartum rage, postpartum psychosis. There's a lot of stuff that comes with postpartum. So if you yourself are a new mom or are going to be a new mom, if you are somebody who knows somebody who is a new mom or is going to be a new mom, please give them that support, give them the space to vent if they need to. Really listen to the things that they are saying, because they might not think they need the help, but something you might hear might tell you, hey, this person is not sounding like their normal selves. This is not something that they typically would say. You might want to reach out to somebody. It might not have to be directly them, but you might want to reach out to somebody and just kind of say, hey, you maybe check up on so-and-so. She doesn't seem like she's doing very well. Just really support new moms. Number 10 kind of goes along with this as well, kind of goes along with mental health, but I am establishing postpartum boundaries. Postpartum is a very fragile time, and yes, there's a new baby, there's little baby toes, there's these coos, there's the sweet baby smell. Like, a new baby is a beautiful thing, but a lot of times the new moms do get overlooked. This time, my husband and I are definitely setting some boundaries. We will not be having any visitors, at least for the first week. Like, bare minimum, that first week, we will not be having any visitors whatsoever. That whole postpartum 4th trimester period afterwards, we have established that no one is to come to our home unless they are contributing something. And I know some of you probably will be like, what? But here's the way we look at it. We do not feel that we should be, as new parents of a newborn with 2 older children, that we should be having to host you. I don't want to feel as if I have to get myself presentable, look presentable, clean my home, and, you know, pick up after people, because people do come over and leave things in my home sometimes. Navigate my kids and have to mitigate things with them while someone else is here visiting as a new mom, you know, going through postpartum period and trying to recover and things like that. If somebody is going to come to our home, you cannot just come in and hold my baby and coo over my baby and expect me and my husband to host. Vacuum for us, you can, you know, monitor one of our older kids if you would like, or bring us a meal, bring us some muffins. We love bagels. Like, that's the kind of thing that we are prepping for as far as postpartum. I mean, new parents really need that support. Yes, new moms definitely need that support, but my husband needs support too. Yeah, we just really want to feel supported in this postpartum period, and we are definitely establishing some boundaries beforehand. I did this with my second baby. A lot of those boundaries were not necessarily respected, but this time around we are very adamant about it. So that's when we were setting ourselves up for success. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Hopefully, maybe you got some takeaways of like how you can prep for birth or postpartum or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any like tips or anything like that, maybe I'm like pregnancy brain and like forgetting something. I don't know. But let me know in the comments if you have anything like this video. If you liked it, please click the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. All of my Instagram, blog, social media stuff is down below. Any other links is down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.